Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this egg roll. If this sounds like something you might be interested in, please keep watching. So I started with boiling egg. I used 13 boiled eggs for this recipe. I boiled for about 8 to 10 minutes. Removed it and placed it in cold water and then peeled it. So for the dough mix, I used 3.5 cups of flour, half cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and I used half of a medium-sized nutmeg. I mixed everything together and then added half tablespoon of salt. Then I also added about 150 grams of butter and I mixed everything with my hands, as you guys will see in the video. I wasn't really aiming at any consistency anyways. It was just crumb-like. By the time I finished mixing the butter, it was crumb-like consistency. Also, for the dough mix, I used 4 medium-sized raw egg to mix the dough. So I created a hole in the bowl and then poured the raw eggs. And then I mixed it together with the spatula. And then I also added 1 tin liquid milk. I used evaporated milk for this recipe. So after mixing with the spatula for a little while, I switched to my hands so that everything can mix properly. I feel like I have a little bit more control with my hand when I mix the dough with my hand. So that was why I switched to my hands. And I also sprinkled flour in between as I was mixing so that I can achieve the consistency I was aiming at, as you guys will see. As you guys see in the video, that was the reason why I sprinkled flour in between, to achieve the consistency I was aiming at. So after kneading the dough and getting the consistency I aimed at. I placed it in a bowl and covered it with a foil to sit for about 20 minutes before I started molding the egg roll. So this was about 20 minutes later. I was ready to mold the dough now, to mold the egg roll. So I sprinkled some flour on my working surface and placed my dough, and then I cut the dough into smaller chunks as I will use to mold the egg roll. So to mold the egg roll, I created a hole on the smaller chunk of dough and then placed my egg roll on it and then rolled it, as you guys will see in the video. I don't know if I'm using the right word, but that's basically what I did for each of the smaller chunk dough. I kind of create a hole to be able to accommodate the egg, and then place the egg on it and then roll it a couple of times to ensure that it's properly sealed and that it won't like kind of burst open when you're frying it. I mean, sometimes it's unavoidable, it might still burst open anyways, but then you try as much as possible to seal it as much as you can so that it wouldn't be like, if at all it's going to burst open, not like so obvious that the egg itself will kind of scatter in the oil. So you try to roll it as much as you can so that it won't burst open. You try to seal it properly as much as you can. And now to frying the egg roll itself, I heat up the oil and then started dropping the egg rolls into the heated oil. I would like to mention that when you're frying your egg roll, please fry on a medium to low heat, not high heat. I actually forgot that my stove was on high heat when I started frying the first batch, and my egg roll almost burnt. Thank God I caught it on time and I was able to set the stove to medium to low heat. So please make sure that you're not using a high heat to fry the egg roll. So you fry the egg roll till it's golden brown and flip the other side of it so that the other side of it too could fry. So guys, this is what the first batch of the egg roll was. It wasn't bad at all anyways. So I'm just taking it out of the pan and placing it in a paper towel to drain the oil. Guys, I'm really sorry, the second batch of this egg roll, I couldn't just find the clip. When I was editing this video, I looked for it, I couldn't find it, but the second batch ended up becoming much better because I fried in a good heat. So yeah, that's what the egg roll is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.